It's just arrived. One window. Not opened it yet. But it's come really well packaged. It's fairly heavy actually. There we go. We can begin the next stage. Get it marked out. Get it cut out in the pond. And then we can get it installed. Be a few days yet though. But that's a pretty decent sized window. Can't wait to get it in. Can't wait to get this project finished. Get the fish in and start enjoying them. Well, we've had quite a few personal issues this week, so we've hardly got anything done. We haven't managed to catch dumpty as yet, despite a couple of days of trying. So I'm going to take you over and show you what I have done, which is mark out the window on the pond. So it took me an entire day to mark it out, make sure that everything was level, vertical, all the corners were level, bang on 90 degrees. So that's going to be the shape of the window. And the other issue we've had with the pond has been the filtration drum. So I'll show you that now. So the issue I was having is this hole. I could not reach it. Not reach it from the inside. And can't reach it through the hole on the other side, being a 3-inch hole. And my partner tried and she couldn't reach it either. So what I've come up with is to make this hole bigger. Now, keep still. Now, because I can't get my hand through the 3-inch hole, I've had to go out and buy a 4-inch hole, and that's the problem that we've got. So what I've had to come up with is cut this to that size, and I'm going to have to do the same with that, out a bit, cut that to there, cut that to there, and then we've got to go here, 4-inch pipe, and then we got to reduce it down to 1.5 inch. So today I went out and I spent another nearly £300 on pipework and bits and bobs. So well, hopefully we can get most of it finished. We've also got the skimmer marked out, so hopefully I get Luke round tomorrow, get him to cut all that out, because that's a job I can't do on my own. I could do it on my own, but I don't have the skills to do it properly, so we'll get the professional to do that bit. Otherwise we'll have a flooded garden. That window comes out. So I'm going to try and get this sorted now, so that we can get this hole drilled, make this bigger, and sort this end out of the puzzle out. And I'll get back to you in a bit, guys. Well, it took me a while because I had to use a hacksaw to cut it, as when I tried with the jigsaw on the other piece, it cut through it, melted the plastic and sealed it all back together again. So had to be the hacksaw, so that I didn't have to do what I did on the first piece, and that was saw it up twice. So there's just a little bit of overhang, just a little bit, and that should be fine. I've moved the screws so they're going to be level, level and level, rather than just one at the top, because that would mean putting one right through this edge there. I didn't want to do that, so again, turning it that way, just kept the screws away from the bottom. Alright, screw through there now, keep it in place, and then cut out the hole. And I hope my hand fits through it to screw them from the other side. Because if it don't, I don't know what to do. Alright, let's give this a go. The cord had a success. Just got to take that off, clean the hole. So what I did, 2 screws, holds it in place, and the hole saw straight in the middle there, cuts out the hole. Yeah. Done alright there. Just got to clean all them bits off, and then we're good to go on the next part. Alright, let's do that. Well, it took me about 6 attempts to get the screws through, and I kept dropping them into the barrel. Yeah, did that about 20 times. Well, now get the liquid black on the inside, and then get the front plate screwed on. Hopefully this is gonna work. Well, it's always the way when you want to get something done. Liquid black again. So, I haven't been able to get anything onto that. So, it's too late to go and get it now. So, it's a job for tomorrow. You think you're getting somewhere. So, yeah. Can't get that on there properly. That'll get on. That'll get on. Yeah, I should be able to get my hands in there and screw it. It's going to be tricky, but I'll get it done. Just not today. Oh, cover that over. Sort the fish out. Get them grids put on properly. Get that bowl put away. Go and get something to eat. And I'll see you tomorrow. Right, that's that glued in. That was one messy job. And I've still got to real smooth it out inside. Smooth it up on the outside. It was literally to get my arm in there and screw it in. I got absolutely covered in liquid black. Now, if you think that's bad, that was the state of my entire hands. It was absolutely covered. There was no way I could film it because I couldn't hold on to my phone. I've gone through half a pot of Swarfiga, 2 scrubbing brushes, and that is all liquid black. It's gone everywhere. Couldn't wear rubber gloves, so I can't work in rubber gloves, especially when I got a screw. I kept dropping one of the screws out. That's as far as they'll all go through. Not all of them came through all the way. Tidy that on the inside so I can get the pipe pushed in. Find a scraper or something to scrape that excess off without covering my hands again. Just spent half an hour, and that's as good as I can get for now. Scrubbing that anymore, it's killing. That's my arm. Taking the skin off. Alright then, let's go and find a scraper, tidy that up. Right, so all week it's been felt like I've been stuck behind a tractor until I could get all of those pipework bits in the box, buy those, and then I can carry on. Just like getting onto a dual carriageway. Only I get round the corner to find there's a massive traffic queue. So this pipe is 3 inch, this one out. This is 3 inch. Goes in there lovely. But that is from the Easy Pod. It's the cleaning pipe. So it goes and gets 3 inch pipe, only to find it don't fit. So I can't fit it on the inside. So now, got no money left. I've got the wrong bits I need. Oh, what a headache. I have to sort this out. I'm going to get some more bits. I've literally got 20 quid in the bank. If Brian will take them back and get me the right bits, that would be nice. Because this project's dragging on now. Well, let's see what I can figure out. So, I've just found out in the other 4 inch pipe that comes out of the filter, that don't fit into the flange either. So I can't do anything until friggin' Monday. So it's another day lost, and I am one pissed off Carlos. Don't want to go into the 1.5 inch pipe and do that bit because I need this first bit to fit. Then I can move down through. This is the pipe work, and yeah, not an happy bunny. Not a happy bunny at all. Right, let's move that grid across. So, tidy up and go and just calm down a bit. Alright, catch you on Monday, guys, I suppose. Well, we lost Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because I could get hold of Brian on Monday. We lost Tuesday, because once I did get hold of Brian on Tuesday, on the way home, it started to rain, and it still hasn't stopped raining. Now I've got to get all of that out before it pulls anymore. Add the tarpaulin in. But we have got a solution, so I'll get onto that in a second. Right, so that's as good as I can get out with the bolt. Let's go inside now and show you what solution I've come up with. Okay, so the solution to this, unfortunately, is to take it off, and now I've got this one that fits the pipe. It's a lot bigger, so I'm hoping it's not going to interfere with this, where the grid's going, and hopefully we can do that. Get that one on, it should fit. Well, it means going back, taking that one off. I've got the one on the other barrel as well, that one's got to come off, and then re-glue it all in, re-drill the holes for the new holes. Hopefully these holes here are going to be inside here somewhere on that flange, and I can put enough liquid black over that they're not gonna leak. So let's get on with what we're doing. When I do a job, I do it well. I can't get this off. It's stuck on so well. I'm getting a knife in between it to get underneath to get. I'm going to split this barrel, I know I am. So I am now at a dead fucking loss. The only pipe that fits is the cleaning pipe from the Easy Pod, and there's not enough to cut it up to go between the two barrels, then go inside, and I don't even have a 90-degree bend that will fit that. I have measured it the best I can, and it's come up internal here at about 79mm, and the only pipe I can find online is 82mm. This is really beginning to vex me out. At least you know this is an honest build, because most people don't show you all the trials and tribulations they go through building the pond. So I can't get that out, can't get that off. I'll have to look online, but I really wanted to get going today. I've got about 3 weeks before I go away on holiday, and I want this pond done with about a week to spare, so time is ticking and I'm absolutely going nowhere. Alright, trying to make some searches, see if I can find the right pipe, and I'll catch you later. Fucking pissed off. But yeah, well, it has taken me most of the day of sanding this 4-inch flange on the inside, as what I noticed was inside it had a tiny little lip. It was normal size on one side, on the other side it was about 2mm of a lip. So I had to sand that. I started off by hand sanding that, and I thought this is going to take me days. So I got out the mouse that I remembered my dad had. Just a cheap sander, and I can only get the tip of it in, touching, and I've been sanding and sanding and sanding, and I sanded this pipe and made the edge so it would take, basically shaved a little bit off the edge, made it nice dome so it would slip in. Finally got the solder weld out about half an hour ago, solder welded that on, and with a little bit of washing up liquid on the inside of this, we've got that on, and I managed to screw it up as tight as I can. I'm going to call that a victory. And the other 3-inch flange on the other side, I did put a little video out on YouTube asking for help, and I went online and I managed to find some 3-inch pipe, waste pipe, that I'm hoping is going to fit. If not, I've made sure that it's returnable so I can return it. If it doesn't fit, then I've just got to now put them 6 screws back in. And since it's now nearly 8:30 at night, and I've been sanding for about 6 hours or so to get that to fit on the other side. I'm going to call that a victory. Yeah, it's not on as straight as I'd like it. I can adjust that later on. Make sure it's square on. But yeah, the sawing was a little bit out, so the pipe's a little bit on the angle. But I'm going to call that a victory. There's been a very few victories in the last week and a bit. And now I've got that sorted, I can get the other side sorted when it comes, get the grid in the bottom, get a couple of air stones in, get the tap drilled out, which I might do in a minute, and then that should be the filtration finished. Once the pipework comes, it's just a case of attaching it all together, and then we're on to 1.5-inch pipe, the pump, UV, and backy shower, and a skimmer, which I need to catch hold of Luke because I haven't seen him for the last few days. I just hope he hasn't gone away, because I need that window cutting out as soon as possible. Right, let's get them screws back in and get that hole drilled out, and we'll call it a day, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. So last night we managed to get that grid in there, get the air lines in. They're just going to be for when I clean it out. I can clean it like an easy pod. This is going to be static bed filter, so it'll clean out like an easy pod. All the crap will drop through the bottom, and then I can drain it out. So we got that done yesterday. We got that done yesterday. Let's move those out of the way. Apologies for the water on the floor. I've just emptied the little pond yet again. Yeah, I might need to just adjust that a little bit. Looks a bit crooked to my eye. We managed to get that on. Get that sorted. And I'll put the bins together, barrels together in a minute. I'll show you how it's going to work. So over here, we have sat down today because we're waiting on pipework to arrive yet again. What I've done, is I've remarked out the window, and I've done that because I've been watching more putting a window in a wooden pond videos, and I was originally a little bit skeptical about having just a 2.5cm border around the outside for the window sitting on the inside. So everybody else I've seen is using a 5cm. So if I stand up, instead of just the 2.5cm that we did have, we've now come in a little bit more. I've got a 5cm recess that we're going to have the window sitting in. That means I've lost a little bit of viewing space, and the window's a little bit squarer. I've also moved it up so it's going to be on this bead rather than being cut into that piece of wood. Moved it up a little bit, and yeah, rubbed out most of the marks have come off, but my rubber was pretty useless, so I know what's what. So when Luke finally comes round, once I finally get hold of him, I haven't seen him all week really, and I'm getting a little bit worried that this project is not going to be done before I go away. So what else have we done? Yeah, we've done the window, we did that barrel last night, and that is about it. So I'll come back to you in a bit, guys, when I've sorted the barrels out. Okay, there we go. So we will have inflow through that one, and it'll flow up the main chamber, down the pipe, which we haven't got yet, obviously, through here. This gap is yet to be determined. That's the easy pod pipe, so we're waiting for that pipe as well to come. Then back through another pipe, up in the middle, out, down through static bed, and then out through there. Down here we'll have the pump. We'll go around the corner, straight up to the UV, and then back your shower. So we are coming together. We're also going to have the skimmer line coming in here somewhere. Got to work that out once I get that cut in. But yeah, it's starting to look like a filtration system. Got the air lines in. Hopefully that should be a good one. So once I figure out the next job, we'll get back to you guys. Now that's better. Completely straight now. Touches all the way around. And I suppose I've cut, yes, that good inch at the narrowest bit. Right, I suppose the moment of truth now. Come on then, mother. Please fit, please fit, please fit. Excuse me, so I've got to get across the garden. How much have we saved? What's going on here? Oh my, fucking water in my fucking shoe now. There's another blooper. Right. Fucking hell. Alright then, after that blooper, yeah, this looks better. We've gained up that much. I still need, so close. Oh, it's not gonna fit because I can make that as much as that Just put a piece of pipe in there to keep them together. Oh, so close. And then another 2-inch. How are we doing here? They're practically together. That is, yeah. I'm gonna have to cut them. What a bastard. 2 inches. Just need an extra 2 inches of gap. Alright. Suppose I'll take drastic action now and cut them. Well, wish me luck. Don't envy this job at all. Please bloody work. Okay, you can't really see that well, but that's the first one done. We've sanded it up. That actually looks a lot neater being that small rather than that massive grate. I managed to get it bang on the little inside bit that stuck out where the pipe would go in. That was full length. So I've worked it out. Offered a bit of pipe up. Goes in with a jiggle. That's enough. Can I just cut that much off again on the other side? That's all I'm going to be needed. Right, let's go and have a offer up. Right then, that is come out of there. Needs to be offered there. Oops, excuse the camera, it's a one-handed job. That'll need levelling up properly of the tiles. Right, drum roll. Oh, you mother. So I reckon I do what I did to that one, to this one. And we should be there. Right, let's do that again. Okay, second one cut. Managed to get that one by the look at it. Just a little bit shorter. Right, still got that much I can play with on that end. Can't play with any more on that end. Please fit. Oh my god. That's gonna have to go. That's gonna have to turn that round that way. Yeah. Oh, look how close that is. It's gonna have to go. It looks like it's on the piss of it. It shouldn't be. Try that again. Right. That's better. That's squarer up. Yeah, it goes down there. And I can come back in. I can put a curtain on the bottom. I can put. Possibly going to need a 45 then to push it back in the right direction. But yeah, down to there or even straight down. And then the one at the bottom, you can turn it in a bit back towards the pond. Oh my god, thank Christ for that. I thought everything I'd done then for a minute with this filtration system and spent on it was for absolutely nothing. Oh, well done, Carlos. You can go get yourself a cold drink for that. I'm sweating. Alright, see you in a bit, guys. So, I have been making this little boy. Goes on the top, the point, stop the media disappearing down the pipe and the moving bed, and also a static bed. Can't make another one yet, so it goes on there like that, and I could either adjust it like that, or what I'm just thinking of doing is stuff it like that, a little bit of liquid black on it, glue it in place, and if I ever need to clean it off, it's difficult to film it, I can just remove that pipe, because I'm not going to glue that one in, probably going to glue the horizontal one in, and yeah, get in there. It'd be nice to put this actual filter together properly, but yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. It's pretty clever. So no media can get down there. We're not going to be using K1 micro. I absolutely hate the stuff anyway, so I'm either going to be going with K plus Yawazi, which does look a bit smaller, or I've seen it do a K2 and a K3, so possibly go with that. That's a lot bigger biscuits really for it. Media. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Just that down like that if I wanted. But I think if you have it like that, it's going to block up really quick for things like blanket weed or whatever. But like that, it's going to act like it does in the Easy Pod. The media will eventually rise up and tell you when it's needing to be cleaned out. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Right, I'm doing the pond again with the filtration, because I sat on the pond and I was like, where's all that crap come from? And I looked in the filter and it was pretty much overflowing, even though we had only cleaned it out on Sunday. So that's what, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days, or 4 and a bit days. So yeah, summer's here, because that's about right for it needing cleaning out. We'll get it cleaned out, we'll get the pump back going, and that crap should disappear. And catch you in a bit. So I've started to get the pipe work in its little position. So the best option was to come down, go back in on myself, and go out along that alignment there. If we can get it sorted right. It's a little bit out. I'm going to get that sorted. For some reason this is not sitting level and not lining up. Sorry about the camera work. I'm going to adjust that in a bit. I've drilled some holes in the bottom of these so they're no longer going to have water going in them, and then we'll fill them up with gravel so they got a bit of weight to them, and yeah, should go anywhere once they've got gravel in them. So I've just lined this up with a couple of bricks, 3 bricks and a couple of bits of slate. Unfortunately, I wanted to get 2 bricks on the edge, but that didn't fit, so we've had to do that for now. I'll work something out properly in a bit. The pump's down there, I'm going to have that on bricks, because it'll be easier for me to get at if it's here somewhere. will come up. UV will go here somewhere. I've got the skimmer hole out, just there. And what I'm thinking of is actually coming up another level, which means the banding, I'll have to get some more of that. But then the ones that go on the outside, they will fit without being cut. Still haven't got the window cut out because Luke is not in today. And I've been toying with the idea of just cutting straight from the top and put the next layer on and just cut the notch out of the next layer. Yeah. Don't need to worry about that at the moment. If I can catch up with Luke, then we'll go with the original option. But I reckon another layer will get me a water line somewhere around the shoulder of the barrel here, rather than being down here somewhere. Have a much better water line. Yeah, that's something to consider. I am seriously toying with the idea of coming up though. Got enough liner. Liner's going to be big enough. So the next thing to do is to find some bricks, which we're running out of. Get that put level, because the concrete blocks are a little bit lower than the tile there. And then we'll carry on. So once I've got that worked out where it's going to be, I can move this barrel out of the way and I can get in there to work. And it's proving very difficult at the moment. I've got to fetch that's fell off. I'll fetch that out. I was just measuring up what another layer would actually look like with that offcut that's come out where the skimmer was. And then it fell down there, so get that out in a bit. It's getting around there, getting around the back of the shed to get around there's a nightmare, so I'll get it out in a bit. Right, let's go find some bricks. Now what I've had to do is put the skimmer line coming up through here, but what I've had to do with the barrels is I found some slates, so they weren't really holding underneath those crappy plastic things. So I've got some slates under the barrels. Can't get that one under there, but if I do that one, put something there, it takes the alignment out. So we've got just a little bit there holding that side up. This is the side with the weight anyway. So we go down, we go around. You know what? Now with this bit of slate has meant I've had to come there with that ball valve union. We've then had to just prop it with a little bridge with a brick. It's all wibbly wobbly, so once I've finished this little bit of chat, I'll show you what I've got in mind. So that over there bricks goes to where the pump is going to be. Another double union valve, ball valve there. It's going to be one way of isolating the pump off. And above it, it's going to come out and have another union valve above it. But we need to make this wibbly wobbly bridge better, so I'm just going to take you over and show you what I've got. So what I've got is what used to be the last remaining piece of my very, very old original UV box. It was on the back of the outside of the waterfall. Now this is about 10 years old, so it has seen better days, but it's still pretty solid. It's the last little bit. It's been cannibalised for this and that project. think it's even part of our fence, but over the years it's been nicked for this, that and the other. So what I'm planning on doing is that bottom batten is in better shape than this top one. So I plan on taking that bit off, that end off, and this one off, leaving this one on, moving that one up so it's got 10 inches from top to bottom, put that batten back off and then cut the excess off, and then cut these up, cut one of them up and make it fit back together, and that will make me a decent table with some bricks underneath. So I'll put the bricks underneath like here. Imagine it's that way up, you're looking at it from underneath. So the bricks, and this will become like a tabletop that all the pipework and the pump can sit on until it will last a couple of years, I imagine, until I can get something or make something that's even better. So all that little bridging over there at the back of the pond, we have run out of bricks. We've cannibalised every single brick known to man in this garden, every piece of tile, slate. This is the only thing I've got left. So we have to utilise this, make some pillars out of bricks that I have got left. I hope I can make it the right height. Right, that'll be a task for tomorrow, I imagine. We'll start that, because until I get this built, I can't get any further with the pipework. But we're doing alright, slowly coming together. It's a lot of, and that babes, and out the way. It's a lot of hassle getting back through on these boulders all the time. Excuse me. But yeah, it's been a lot of figuring out as I go along, which is why I wanted these barrels done before. Should be able to get a skimmer come in from there, drop down, and I can adjust and isolate the skimmer, isolate the pump from both sides, so when I need to clean it I'll probably have to go in from the other end to grab it, but yeah, still got to get the UV up here somewhere. Probably going to go as high as I can just to make it easy to maintain. I might even be able to put it on the top layer, and if I have to, get into the pond with my waders on and clean it and service it from inside the pond, rather than clambering all the way down the back of there. Yeah, not ideal, because we've had to shove along, move along, and then we've had to basically adjust as we go along. That knock-on effect from that pipework there. Well, we'll get there. Pretty confident of that now. We've got the pieces of pipe coming for that. That should be here. Well, it won't be a Monday because Monday's bank holiday. But as close to Monday as possible, hopefully. Tuesday would be good. And I can actually get them sorted. They're going to have to be, unfortunately. I was going to have rubber between them so I could take the barrels apart, but they're going to have to be joined, I imagine, completely joined together. So I am now going to take a break for a little bit. The old boy wants to watch football, so I think I'll go and sit in with him and wind him up, because he's a massive Man United fan. I can't stand Man United. So I always am an honorary supporter of whoever they're playing against. So, there we go. That's that all chopped up. There we go. Levelled it up, took a bit of doing, breaking off little bits of tile, put them under the bricks, and I actually found that these were just the right thickness to go under there. So it's kind of a temporary permanent fix. Yeah, not too bad. Now I've just got to put everything back and see how we're doing. Alright, so now what I've got to work out is the distance between the union and the pump. Just about reach. So distance between there and there, and then I will need a rubber one between there and there. How far do I want the pump to come over? Getting around the back there is going to be difficult. Right, we're getting there slowly. Absolute nightmare. Which is why I originally said that I didn't really want to be coming around the back of this bit, but I've had no choice now. And really, I wanted that to be sorted if I did go around the back by building up. Because we've now had to do that and then go and build the whole thing up and silicone it together, we're now left with the original problem of getting down that gap. But anyway, well, I've got one of them white things, which is just a drain pipe holder thing. Need to get a few more. So that union valve will sit in that, and then there to there, from there to there to there. Right, and then we're going up. So we're getting there. Would have been nicer if that was a little bit closer to the wall. I have to work something out about that. There's going to have to be a union valve on here, so that when I do switch the pump off, I can isolate the pump and remove it. Right, let's figure out what I'm doing next. Well, I got back from having my dinner to notice a big rain cloud coming over. So there's a mad dash to beat him, and I just beat it, packing everything away, get everything thrown in before the skies opened up. It's not that bad yet, but it's going to be dark soon, and there's more black clouds on the way. So I've done well today, getting there through that pipework. Got that table thing made so I can sit my pump on, and yeah, just need this window cutting out, for Christ's sake. Seen Luke again all day and I'm getting so annoyed. I'm seriously contemplating cutting the thing out myself. I'm doing it a slightly different way. Yeah, I'll have to see about that one. Right then, everything's got outside. So we'll have to sort that out tomorrow. Looks like the pond can top up. Getting a bit low. I've done a few water changes last week. So, water changes, filter cleans. I normally wait for the rain to fill the water back up. But it looks like I'm going to have to do it manually this time. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. See you in a bit. Cage that will stop the media going down it. Out of there. For fuck's sake. Yeah, fucking pissing me right off now.